What's up? Hot Ice, Thursday, April 18th. Right from the jump. Ev back from Vegas. Smitty locking it down in the office. Me in the rubber room. Rare occurrence these days. Back in the office a lot. Quick headlines kind of whipping around. And I don't know whose numbers are on these baseball chats. I assume it's Phil. But DeGrom leaves yesterday, again hurt. I'm not rooting for the injuries, but at this point, the Mets look pretty good here. Like, what's up with this guy? It's just every fucking week. It's like, have we ever seen anybody have this much, whether it's bad luck, bang ups? Does he know what he's like? Is he got paid? Is he happy he's staying away? I don't really know. Does he have no guts? Like, is it just straight up bad luck? Like, Ev, I don't think you're a conspiracy theory guy, but like, which way are you going with this? Bad luck, or just like after a while, what are you going to do?
No, I think it's bad luck. I don't think he's like a pansy ass. I don't think he's like sitting out when he's like healthy. I think he's legitimately hurt. I'm not questioning like his integrity or his like want to be on the field. I guess my initial knee-jerk thought to it was it kind of just brought me back honestly to when the Rangers signed him in the first place. Mets fans were going nuts. And on one hand, rightfully so. Obviously, he's been a great pitcher, rookie of the year, like Cy Young, all that. And when he's healthy, he's been great. But the reason I was kind of thrown off a little bit about how mad Mets fans were, and I'm not even outside of like the outliers like Tank, like Mets fans were furious. And I mean, he just was hurt a lot. So that's the part of me where I was like, listen, as great as he is, you didn't pay $200 million to a pitcher whose arm falls off like every other month. So on one end, I was a little bit like, I get why you're upset because he's extremely, when he's on, he's maybe the most talented pitcher in baseball. But he also, I mean, availability, or what is it, best ability is availability. I mean, he's not available quite often.
My rational take was really only his best years are behind him. If he wants this much and he wants to go and we can't get him and we're going to go get Verlander and a guy like Senga, it's like, all right. So, I mean, that's the business. You can't have everybody forever. It's just not always how it works. Smitty, he's in the division. Like, you've seen him a lot, obviously, too.
Yeah, he's 34 years old, so he's no spring chicken anymore. I think it's a combination between outrageously bad luck and not necessarily him being a pansy, but since he is that dominant, he is a certified ace, and he gets paid so much money with the Rangers, even with the Mets, I think the organization is overly cautious with him to the point of, hey, maybe stretch him out a little bit more. This is a wrist injury. I mean, obviously, you need to have a functioning, healthy wrist to be able to pitch and pitch well. Hopefully, he's back, because when he is back and firing, it's good for baseball, and especially better since he's out of the NL East.
Yeah, it's just crazy. After a while, you're like, man, like this guy just can't catch a break. When it's one thing after the next. I guess on the opposite side, a guy coming back from suspension. Fernando Tatis going to join the Padres on Thursday, as early as Thursday. They're talking about how stacked that lineup's going to be. Melvin is kind of under pressure already of which way he goes. Who does he pop in? I still say kind of the Padres are frauds till they go and win something. But, Smitty, this lineup 1 to 10 difficulty-wise, if you were out there on the bump, like what? How many nightmares is this giving people?
Oh, it's barbaric. It's absolutely barbaric. But I said it last year. The Padres are a place where players go to become meh. Like, they never have won anything overall. It doesn't matter how many players you get over there. You got sunshine on your tits every day. It's 75. It's perfect. The fans, they care, but like, do they really care? It's a perfect place to play ball. So until they win something, I'm not overly afraid of them. But yeah, that lineup is diabolical. It just is.
Ev, he will have only missed like 10, 15 games. He worth the flyer for MVP or something like that? Are you thinking he goes fuck you mode, or he, little rust, whatever?
He could. I mean, he's definitely capable of it. I honestly love the narrative that San Diego is just simply like too nice to care about sports. But at some level, I know obviously it's tongue in cheek, but there's also like, it's like, like if someone does stand-up comedy, it's like the reason a joke is funny is because it's like a little bit true. Like, I think that's kind of like what it's like, the weather's so great and can they win? Of course they can. They're incredibly talented, but maybe, I don't know. Like, obviously all these guys have gone over there. They've been paid shit tons of money.
So much.
But I think it's way too early to even get like into that whole argument. I mean, there are guys that besides Machado, they all literally just got there. At least the big money guys. But no, I mean I'm not calling them frauds. I just think it's too early. Like they've really just assembled this team as is over the last like pretty much. I'll call it post like Soto is what I'm considering like the modern version of this baseball team. And I mean look at the Dodgers. I mean the Dodgers have definitely don't have quite the team they've had. So I'm kind of a Padres believer, to be honest. I think they're going to be there for the long haul.
And Soto has been without Tatis up until this point.
Correct.
Right. So it makes sense. I mean, that lineup, anytime you can put a lineup like that together, it's just, can you put the pitching around it, which they have a little bit. So I mean, they're scary. You know, they beat the shit out of us. I can't deny that.
Well, they definitely have the pitching if they're all healthy.
I was actually going to what is the, I'm starting to do it. So what really is the plan with the infield?
I thought Tatis was playing the outfield.
Like briefly, I read more of him on the.
He's going to play outfield now? Is that like confirmed?
That's right.
I read more of him on the line.
Obviously, Machado's staying at third, and Bogarts is a better shortstop than Tatis is. So I mean,
if you could put a guy just worry about hitting, like, hey, you're coming back, just worry about hitting. That's a gift for Tatis. Or you take some rust off some guys, like split them at short. I know it's a pride thing. I don't know. That's a good problem to have when you can bounce some guys around. So
he's got an absolute cannon too. So it's better for the game if he's in the field.
Without a doubt. Dogs of the day. Kind of interested to see where you guys go. You got 14 games out there. I got a small one. I got the Royals plus 106. Brad Keller on the bump, 2.12 ERA. He's got 16 strikeouts in 17 innings. Eovaldi is a horrific ERA. I'm going to take the Royals plus the 106. Smitty, which way are you going with the dog?
I'm going Padres at home plus 115 against the Braves. They played a tough one yesterday, low-scoring game. I think it's going to be the same today. You got Snell on the bump. He's facing Strider, who's electric. It's going to be close. Plus money at home. Give me the Padres, even though they're the definition of meh.
So actually, honestly, I really hated the dog slate today. There was not anything I loved, so I did a little something different than I don't think I've ever done. I put together a little parlay because I generally just did not like any of the dog, kind of a small baseball card for me. I guess I'm going against Smitty on one of them. The first leg is the Braves. I love Strider. I think we get another low-scoring game. He's been a fun guy to watch, a ton of strikeouts. And I'm parlaying that with the Mariners. Got Gilbert on the mound, another one of my favorite guys to bet. Really, really good. They're at home. Those parlayed together was plus 185. So I think it's a solid look at that. So we'll go with Braves, Mariners parlay plus 185.
Smitty, you got a dog?
Yeah, Padres at home.
Yeah.
Plus 115. Boom.
Best bet. I'm going to take something ugly. I got the D-backs Cardinals under 103. Drew Jameson in for the D-back. Montgomery for the Cardinals. These games have been kind of low scoring. Cardinals hitting at 62% for the unders. I'm going to go with under 8 for that one. Ev, best bet.
I'm actually going with an over. I'm going to this guy with the Yankees. I just haven't trusted him out all year. Clark Schmidt. I'm taking the over Yankees. Angels. The over is 9. Clark Schmidt has just not been good. I just don't really trust him. I think there's a good chance he gets banged around a little bit. Obviously, if I wasn't a Yankees fan, the Angels probably might not be a terrible one tonight. I just don't love Schmidt, but I think there should be some runs on the board today, Yankee Stadium. So give me the Yankees Angels over 9.
Smitty, what do you got? Best bet.
It's ugly. Under 7.5. Braves Padres. Snell and Strider. I mean, we're looking at a 3-1 ball game, boys and girls.
I just worry about those offenses, man. I just think there's so many bats, even as good as those pitchers are. I looked at that, but there's a lot of bats.
We'll see.
Yeah. Hit parade is going to be just got priced. I'm putting in Goldschmidt, even though I'm taking the game in the under. I think Goldschmidt gets a hit. Guys will get hits. I'm going to take Goldschmidt. Ev, who are you throwing in?
I took Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, he smashed
off to a good start. Just righty pitcher on the mound. I mean, he's kind of like another Goldschmidt. He's just like sit your watch to him.
Yeah, that's a great one. And Carl put in Acuna. I think it's the highest price of the year so far. They've been kind of cutting us down because we've been automatic. Plus 220 for the hit parade. Smitty, you're usually pretty good with props. Any kind of strikeouts, any homers, anybody hits like a team to win, score first, anything jumping out to you that could price us out to end it?
Strikeouts, I got Kansas City under Brad Keller. I know you like him today, under 4.5. That's juice though, minus 155. If you're looking for a good hitter today, Brian Reynolds on the road in Colorado. It's 12.5. That's the over-under. And Brian Reynolds on the road this year, he's batting 349 with 4 dingers already, 10 RBIs, 0.632, 362. On base percentage away. Like, the guy's a stud. He's playing for a trade out of Pittsburgh once they kind of even out. Like I'd take him to go deep today.
All right, that's Hot Ice. Go bet the hit parade. Follow us. Pick Central coming up very soon on the Barstool Sportsbook. We'll see you again on Thursday. Take it easy.